More secrets afoot. And who will reveal? I realised I did a quick spoiler because one of the things is a spoiler, but going back on it, the one thing which is good is that this person is built up to be a really interesting person, sort of showing a morality to it. And I'm not going to consider this question part of it because it's pretty early on and it's more a debate on that is like Dark Knight, which Moriarty isn't. Moriarty is more not morally questionable than Batman is in this analogy, but it's the idea of someone who's being more altruistic come forward. And also, like in book 9, is introducing more involvement with this blackmailer character, which is interesting. I like it. But obviously, that's not really the point. The main point is, and this is why I did the spoilers, but I'm just going to, at a certain point, his entire family sort of gets murdered, and it looks, if I can get to it, really interesting, because you build them up, and when you get it, it's sort of seen as pure chaos. And the one thing which I like is, one, it shows there's more that's happening at the moment that Moriarty can't step down because someone this sort of light, again, going with the Batman analogy, Dark Knight, it's like the explosion thing. Obviously this ends as dark and that, but still keeping sort of him in the light. And unlike The Dark Knight Returns, he doesn't get a mask for not being alive completely. This really works as a really good parallel. I think this is a bit more interesting as a thought experiment, because Batman is just, I will just keep the secrets, you can just blame me, and Harvey Dent can just be wiped off, which is interesting, but this one, both sides aren't really moral. Batman's kind of moral, he's just taking the brunt of it. While this one, Moriarty is legitimately killing bad people. So, ethics-wise, it's still interesting. But at a certain point, I like how he says, you can make this better, because there's this thing about this bill coming in that makes it available for more people to vote, which is, in my opinion, always a good thing. Having the entire of a civilization be able to vote is always good, perspective-wise, etc. But because of it, he does this thing where, yeah, you can do this. And then at a certain point when he carries on being like, da 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 da, he gives up his life legitimately by dying for his cause, which is really interesting. And then later on, you have an introduction. I am just going to get, because she's always a important character, which is essentially Miss Mary Morster, which you might know is one of the more notable characters in Sherlock's past. He was both in she was both in the BBC one as a somewhat assassin, and one of my favorite scenes of like the sort of like him going through the death stuff, which is really interesting, and also was the person that Watson married in the Robert Downey Jr. one. So that's fun. Also, might be talking about her because she is in the thing, not much, I don't think. But she gets introduced a little bit, just and now here's this character. It doesn't do much. Also, this is just a little thing, but this is the first one to point out that they do the odd numbers have a member of the Moriarty teams, while even numbers have a member of the Sherlock team. Not really important. You can kind of tell that you can kind of see it in this, and maybe in a couple other books, but it's just a fun thing. Period. It's not majorly important, but because of this, it's just fucking interesting. Sorry. Overall. So yeah, I do like this. Again, I will be talking about more and more of them. It is fun, it is interesting. And again, this is all going past one review, and I read all these books, and these are absolutely fun. Again, I can't talk enough about how I love this book series that I am making a single review of each individual. I could legitimately be like, oh yeah, the book series is good, but I like it so much, I'm legitimately glad I'm doing this. It's like really fun. Obviously, at some point, it will run out. There is only 19 books, so that means only 9 more of these. So that's sad. Yeah, I might want to do more videos of this. I don't know, well, but this is just one of my funnest things I've ever read, and legitimately was really good watching, which I might actually do an analysis. I don't know. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and good night. Actually, I forgot this. I'm technically doing this today. There's a reason why I didn't do tomorrow, but that will be in the video next, and that will explain more. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and good night.